Kia ora koutou and welcome to Frogs on Friday. I'm thrilled to be back in the office or back in the home office and back on Frogs on Friday. You'll have to forgive me if I'm a little bit rusty today. It's been a month or so that I've been lucky enough to be on leave. So just getting back into the swing of things. I know that you were in safe hands with Mark Smith, the Managing Director for the People to People group, although hopefully not, it wasn't too good because we do have a very healthy competition on who can get the most views on their Friday live shows. So better get back into it. Today we will look at Mahi Media, and it's a bit of a shout out to managers this week. As well, we'll go through our hot jobs as usual. We have a video with Mark Smith again on our P2P post, so our market report. And Kirsty will join me to tell you all about some of the fabulous temps we've had working with us this month and to see who's taken out Temp of the Month. So let's jump straight into Mahi Media. Now, having been on holiday for the last month, I thought I would jump back into an article from a couple of months ago where we looked at the effects of burnout and really showed that, not surprisingly, leaders are not immune to the effects of burnout and the challenging times that we're going through at the moment. So back in April, we surveyed I think it was over 600 New Zealand workers and found that 68% of them felt more burnout then compared with 12 months previously. So there's a lot of pressure on managers to be able to realise the impact that COVID and just changes in the employment market are having on their staff. But of course, there's a lot of pressure on leaders themselves to be able to understand their workforce's well-being and to be able to create solutions to combat burnout and to improve mental health, but it also takes a toll on their own well-being. So I guess it's like the airplane announcement where the idea that you should apply your own mask before assisting others, because you can't look after your staff if your own well-being is suffering. So I thought I'd look at what are some of the pressures that I guess are additional for managers and leaders in our workplaces. So, of course, we've seen that across the board, people are working longer hours and also not shutting off. So we've talked about the rise of hybrid working and there's a lot of benefits of working from home. I'm enjoying that today. But it does also make it harder to switch off and to have that separation between work life and home life. Other pressures are dealing with the pandemic itself and those knock-on effects. So some obvious ones are dealing with staff shortages, as well as just sickness, people coming down with COVID or other colds and flus at this time of year, and trying to get through the work with a shorter base of staff on board. And then, of course, there's the constant planning for future scenarios, particularly in navigating through the pandemic. So, and working within a disrupted market and keeping up to date with those COVID policies. And the last one there I thought was key that's adding a lot of pressure is those pressures to be able to retain staff, promote their well-being, and to still build or maintain a strong company culture. So what advice do I have? So I guess you can follow my lead on this one. And so all the managers out there, make sure that you're looking after yourself as well and take a holiday. And when you do that, make sure that it's a chance to completely switch off and to take that break away from the office. I know it can be hard with emails and things readily available on your phones, but make sure that everyone's clear that you're taking a break and you do get that chance to just switch off from work and really have a good break and time to relax. Some more advice is to look at shifting resources. So it can be a really good opportunity to look at it as a positive and to be able to delegate some tasks or things that you would usually look after yourself, to be able to provide opportunities for others in the team for development. And I think the main thing is just to know your own limits and to make sure that you're tapping into support networks early. Okay, so some two cents worth from me. Now let's go on and see some of the hot jobs that have come through recently. Okay, so first up, we have an instructional designer role based in Wellington. So this is working with one of our key clients in the training and education space. So they'll be reporting to the head of academic quality and program development, bit of a mouthful there. So a really chunky role and a chance to be involved in some real changes within this industry. They're looking for someone with proven project experience and a good sound track record in evaluation and analysis, but someone who's willing to look outside the box and really drive some improvements forward. If you're interested in this role, you can get in touch with Chicha or I think Peter from our Wellington team on this one. Now, the next couple, I think I'll hand over to Kirsty for some of the roles that she's working on.
Thanks, Shannon. Okay, so on the temp side, we have a store person role. So it is for it's for a medical device company, so it's a kit assembling role. So you're going to be working quite closely with hospitals across the whole of New Zealand who are needing surgical equipment sent out to them. So you're basically putting together the equipment and making sure that gets across to them. They are based in Mount Wellington. They're looking at $25 per hour plus your 8% holiday pay, and they are looking for someone to start as soon as possible. And on the other side of it, we have got a legal assistant role. So this one is for more of an office assistant. So it's an insurance firm, and they've recently brought on a couple of partners from another firm. So they have a lot of data migration that needs to come across. So they are looking for someone just to help them out with putting things into the right files, organising a lot of the documentation. So it's a bit of a hands-on admin role. The receptionist is going on leave for 5 weeks as well, so you will be based at the front of house just to help out with any clients that are coming through. This is around about $26-27 an hour plus your 8% holiday pay, and they're based in the CBD. Looking for someone not this Monday coming up, but the following Monday, just to help out with the project.
Excellent. So some, as always, some great roles coming through there. And feel free to check out all our vacancies on frogrecruitment.co.nz, all across New Zealand, but particularly in Auckland and Wellington. Okay, so we'll go now. We have a video from Mark Smith. So we've talked a lot about changes in the market this year, and we've got a fabulous market report to be able to help clients and candidates to be able to navigate those changes in the market. So I'll leave it to Mark to tell you more.
Are you being paid the right salary? Are you paying your team the right salary? Are you meeting the expectations of the market to make sure you can get the best talent as part of your team? If you don't know the answer to those questions, you should get yourself a copy of the People to People and Frog Recruitment Market Report for 2022. We've surveyed over 915 managers, which cover about 600,000 employees. We've also surveyed 1,500 job seekers, and you'll be able to find out exactly what the future of employment looks like, how you are going to meet the expectations that are changing all the time in the employment market. Click on the link, request your copy now, and we'll get one of our consultants to get in touch with you as soon as they can and deliver your copy in person.
Now, I know I say this every month, but I can't believe we're through another month and it's Temp of the Month time again. So, Kirsty, tell us who's been doing an extra special job this past month.
Okay, so first up have. Oh, Jacob, you're not doing a good job here. So first of all, we have Meg, who is she's actually in Wellington, but she's done an amazing job processing all of the stock. Had a fantastic attitude towards the work, regardless of what the task would be. So she's been working as a retail assistant for us. Then we have Queenie. So we've got Queenie. So she's been working at a healthcare company for us. We've got some really fantastic feedback about how she's been a real asset to the team since she's joined. She has joined them at an extremely busy time and excelled. And unfortunately, she does have to finish up with them in the next couple of months, but they wish they could keep her. So well done, Queenie. And then finally, we have Margaret. So similar. So Margaret has been a real asset to the team. She's brought a great work ethic, easily picked things up. She contributes and fits right in. Unfortunately, Margaret's leaving to go to the UK, so they can't keep her for longer. But yeah, they've really enjoyed all of the work that you've been doing. And our winner is Queenie. Well done, Queenie. We will be bringing you some lovely little gifts out.
Excellent. So always good to hear that great feedback for our temps, and know they're all doing a fantastic job for us and out with our clients. Okay, the last thing left must be to go to the polls. All right, so last week we asked, it's still a hot topic. I think we were talking about this before I went on leave, but unfortunately it hasn't eased. So we looked at, has the increase in the cost of petrol and general living costs had an effect on your job search this year? So pretty even spread, really. So 53% said yes, it has, versus 47% for no. So I think when we looked at this earlier in the year, there was a much bigger impact. So perhaps it's leveling out and people are coming to terms with that. And what are we looking at this week? Okay, so on the theme from today, looking at, as a manager or a leader, do you prioritize your own well-being? So yeah, interesting to see if the leaders in our world are able to take that time to make sure they're looking after themselves as well as the team. So we'll check in to see what the results are next week. Of course, I'll be back again now, so I'll be back with the team next Friday at 12:30. Look forward to seeing you all there. Ngā mihi nui.